Members around, here are the students going to make a project of liquid soap. Welcome back. Students, you're welcome.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Halcyon High School, Serere campus. My name is Obanyo Walter. With you here, making the project of liquid soap to create a liquid hygienic cleansing agent that will help us in many activities like washing clothes at home, mopping verandas, washing cars, and with us I have some of the ingredients to use. We have ungalo. This is ungalo.
This ungalo. This one is used to create the key soap base. This one. And next we are going to use the industrial salt. After that one we are going to use this one. It's called sulfonic acid, and this one has some burning effect in it. So when we are carrying it, we should be putting on gloves. This one is called, this one here, we call it caustic acid, caustic soda. This one is called urea, and this one is called CMC, followed by color. And now we are going to put aroma, this perfume for aroma, for bringing nice scent there. Okay, and as we are going to start making our project of liquid soap, yes, we are starting with this one, which I said earlier, that is to create key soap's base. This one is called ungalo, and we are going to pour it in the bucket. Then we stir until it forms a whitish, it becomes soap whitish like that. Yes, that's how it's going to be, and we are going to stir it until it becomes pure white. And as you saw, the color is not all that pure white, but we are going to soften it until it becomes pure white. And when you're stirring it, there's a way it is supposed to look like, but we are not going to contain those solids that are going to form. We are going to dissolve them until they are all dissolved in the bucket.
As you can see, you have to stir it continuously without stopping. Stir it continuously until it creates a whitish substance.
Clap your hands and shout to God with a cries of joy. Clap your hands and shout to God.
Then after that one, when it reaches to that state, we can now add the next.
This is industrial salt.
This one is industrial salt, and this one also too. We are going to add it there since the other one has uniformly mixed. Then when we add that one, we continue stirring it until even that one mixes up with the ungalo. Now as we can see, they are mixing ungalo and industrial salt, and is now changing. When that one changes uniformly like that, the next thing we are going to, as you can see, it needs a lot of energy. Someone who is energetic to stir it so that it all dissolves well. Then this one now we are going to add in. This one is sulfuric acid, and this one is meant to create surface tension between oil and water. And this one, when we are putting it, as I earlier said, we are going to put it with great care. This one, because it has a burning effect in case it pours on your skin.
Ensure
First
that
wait.
before you pour it, you have placed gloves on your hands to avoid the burning effect that it has when contacted with the skin.
As you can see, our colleagues are doing the same. Now when you pour it, a person who is steering should be careful because it raises the height too much.
So as you mix it, you have to ensure that at least you are watching it at an angle during the process of mixing, because the smoke that comes out, that's escaping, when it's intact with the ice, it irritates and causes diseases to the people making the product.
Yes, as you have said, in a long exposure to it, it causes visual problems whereby you cannot see well in a continuous use if you use it for a long time. This one we call it caustic soda. And when we are now putting this one, we are going to pour just little water in another bucket so that when we pour this one, it dissolves. And when it dissolves, you have to stir it in that bucket until it dissolves. Then we pour to the main bucket that contains all the things that we need.
And ensure that when you are pouring the caustic soda in water, which is in another bucket, you have to ensure that the water is not much, depending on the quantity of the caustic soda that you're using. For us here, we are making 1 jerrycan of liquid soap, and now you have to estimate plus the amount of the caustic soda to be used.
Yes, when they pour that one, they have to shake the bucket until it all dissolves to form a uniform mixture, so that we can again pour it the other side. This thing needs a lot of energy, as I said. When you're mixing it, you have to ensure that you stir it without stopping. Like now, as you can see, we have now again poured another different ingredient in it, and it's like forming lather, but you have to stir it until that one also become until it is uniformly mixed. As you can see. And for you to come up with such a mixer, it needs when you have dissolved wunga, the first one that we first started with. It needs when the other one was well dissolved.
When wungalo, industrial salt, and sulfuric acid have formed the uniform mixture, then after you add the caustic soda, after it has dissolved in water, and then you continuously stir it immediately when you pour caustic soda into the first mixtures.
We are going to add on some water in it so that we can see lather. As we can now see, lather is forming.
Only the matter of you seeing lather, it only motivates you that maybe the mixture or the product that you're making can work really, and it works with both hard and soft water. As you can see, lather has already been formed. Stir, don't stop stirring, because the moment you stop stirring it, another substance is going to form, which is going to disorganize your process of making your product.
Yes.
As you already think, don't stop mixing it until it is uniformly mixed. Right now our mixer is in porridge form, but mix it until all the solid particles which are still inside dissolve.
But when you're stirring, it should be reaching the bottom of the container that you're using, so that there are some particles that will tend to go down the container, and they will not be mixed uniformly.
When it reaches that condition, you have to gently mix it. Don't mix it like the way you're mixing it at first. Mixing it with high speed, and there it does not require much energy since our mixtures are uniform and they are now becoming liquid.
Actually, we call it a resting state because you cannot use much energy again as you started, the way you started with the Wungalo. The other one is you to put in much effort so that it will dissolve in the right form. Then after that one, we are going to put urea.
And urea is used as a preservative in this product of liquid soap. So when you are making liquid soap, ensure that urea is available for it to work as a preservative.
And now when we are putting urea, we are going to do the same way that as we have done in
As we have used
caustic soda. We are going to again get our bucket, then we pour some water, then we pour also it, then we dissolve. But mark you, this one can retain the ice. So when you're mixing it, you have to put you have to stir it in an angle like that. You're not going to put all your face into the container that you're using for mixing. Meaning this one we are going to do the same way as we did to caustic soda, and we are going to pour it in the other bucket.
So meaning it has fumes. These fumes will evaporate and get in touch with our eyes, which will affect our eyes. It can even lead to redness of the eyes. So we have to mitigate it by, when you pour it in a bucket which contains water, when you are mixing it, don't wash it directly. It has an effect as that of sulfuric acid.
Yes. Then we can now stir it also until all those particles dissolve, because it is in a particle form like urea, caustic soda. Then now when those ones dissolve in the other bucket, we are going to pour it here in this bucket so that,
as you can see how our product is coming up,
and it's hot. I can also feel the side.
The product is hot, so we should at least work and handle it with care when you are making it, because the effects might cause harm or injuries to the workers. And remember that the key components when you are making this is wungalo, table salt, sulfuric acid, and urea plus the caustic acid.
Caustic soda.
Caustic soda.
Those are 5 key ingredients that we have used, and they are the most ingredients to bring out the product that we want. That's liquid soap.
Now CMC, when you put it in a bucket, then we pour water to mix it and add it to the first ingredients. It's working as a thickener, and remember it can help us to make the quality of a liquid soap that you feel like to use. And for us here in Halcyon, you are making,
and that one you can, as you can see, it has now become thick, and we can now still use our stirring stick for us to dissolve it the other side. Then also we can add some water. Maybe you add water. As you can see, we can add water there so that it all dissolves. Then we can pour in that very state. Pour this side.
You transfer it to the main bucket of the
Let's transfer to the main bucket as we stir. Now there again, as you revive from urea, you can now again apply. You are going to apply some effort again. As I said, it's a thickener. See how it has thickened the solution. Now we are going just to stir it still. In that state, you first stir, then you feel the texture. But there you can apply again much effort.
As you're feeling it,
you can bend so that you can do something that's.
Remember that in your product, in the mixtures, you have sulfuric acid, which is also dangerous, you have the burning effect. So when you are feeling the thickness of the product, at least you need to have some protective like gloves when you are burn them on top of your hands.
Now, as you can see, the lather is going down, but the thickness is now, you can see how it's becoming too thick. And in that process, you can even add some water. But for now, you cannot add for now. But as you continue stirring it, as you can see that we have brought these ingredients together and they have formed what we call liquid soap.
That's already our product, but the remaining ingredients here, you have color and perfume. Now this, we shall just be adding this.
But we first stir it. We continue stirring it as we feel the texture.
Ensure that your mixture is liquid. There are no solid particles in the mixture. These solid particles will come up when you don't stir it continuously. So you have to continuously stir it.
Now as you see, it has become thick. Now this is the color that we are going to add it to make it attractive to the users. Actually, the customers that we are going to.
And remember, when you see the color, you might see that maybe that color is different, but when you put it into our mixture, it's going to become green.
Okay. This mixture, first of all, we are going to thoroughly rinse the other bucket that we use for the other ingredients. Then after rinsing it, we are going to put our color. And this color, we are not going to put it all. We are going to balance it with the amount of since we are making liquid soap of 20 liters.
Exactly, that is 1 jerrycan. I'm
That's
making
1
liquid soap of
jerrycan.
1 big
We are
jerrycan.
going to just estimate the color that we are going to put in, so that it will not discourage customers from buying. Okay, you can add some water, then
You put a half of the color.
You don't put it all.
Depending on the quantity and amount of the product you're making. So you are making 1 jerrycan, but if you apply all that color, it will be very much. So our product will not be uniform, matching with the color.
As you see, the color is green as he said. It will turn green, and we are not going to pour too much.
Now our brick red color is turning to a green color.
As you can see, that one also you can dissolve. Then after dissolving, we can now pour it to the main solution, which contains, remember, we started with, we are using 8 ingredients to come up with this quality liquid soap. And when you pour, you can now see the real cleansing agent, and that's our product, liquid soap. And by that now, we are now coming up to the end of our project making, but
You are left with 1 ingredient, and that is perfume. And this one, its work is to bring more aroma to the customers who are to use the liquid soap. When you apply perfume, it only when you're using it, you'll be feeling how nice to use the product is. And it's colorless, and when we pour it, you'll see, and the neighbors around will smell the smell that is coming out of it. You shall find its scent.
as he has said, this is the perfume. And this one, it depends. When you come up with your product like that quality liquid soap, you can either add it immediately after making, but this one we are going to add it right now. But even you can first leave why it's good for us to put it right now, so that it ferments by the following day. When you want to use it, you just take it to the market when it's fermented, and mark you, it will take some good time. As I said, When it reaches that point, you are not going to put too much water, but what you're going to do, you can first feel the texture and you'll balance the water that you're going to add to put in to add. As you can see, our product is very thick and it is of quality.
When washing, it doesn't require much energy compared to soap.
Yes. And this one, when you're using this one,
you can add water for you to find the best quality of the liquid soap that you need. And remember that for us in Halcyon, we make the liquid soap of high quality.
Now when you reach to that process, there's nothing again that we can explain too much. We have already come up with our liquid soap and it's of quality. Now we can pour the perfume, and the perfume that we have poured, and that perfume is equivalent to what 1 jerrycan requires. Since we are making 20 liters and that's 1 jerrycan exactly. And you might say that this will not reach 1 jerrycan, but as I said earlier, that we are going to keep on adding water depending on the texture that we feel like. But for us, we are after the quality. We aim at the quality, meaning we are going to add some little water tomorrow so that we obtain the good quality that we want.
We shall allow our mixture to settle and ferment. Then the next day we shall be able to see how it sits. We can get to know whether to add more water or no.
And it doesn't mean that it's going to remain open like that. We are going to get a lid for the container, then we cover it so that that perfume ferments well in. And as we can pick tomorrow, it find that it has all what fermented in a good state. And by the time when you open it the next day that you want to use, you can even not open it, or maybe you don't want to use it tomorrow, but you open any other day, the scent will remain the same and the scent will get someone from a distance. And this is the end of our project. This Halcyon High School. Thanks for watching us.
We do encourage you, come, join and support us.
Thank you very much.
Freestyle Records.